Welcome back to Open Line. Tonight we are talking about the Tennessee Natural Marriage Defense Act and what this could mean for the future of gay marriage in our state. Lots of calls coming in, so we want to get right back to the phone lines. Thank you for hanging with us here during that commercial break. Let's get right to George. George, you are live on Open Line. Thanks for calling.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that you're having this program because I want to make a comment.
Sure, go right ahead.
With all due respect to your guest, okay, this is my opinion. I'm 73 years old. I've lived in Tennessee all my life, been in the military twice, okay? I have grown adult children. A man was made or created for one purpose, and so was a woman, okay? And any human being, be it in America or anywhere in this world, that believes in their heart that it's okay to marry the same sex needs to see a psychiatrist, okay? Because this is something that's an abomination to mankind, period. And anybody with an ounce of common sense and moral decency would never, ever tell their children, honey, it's okay if you're gay, I still love you. No, it's not okay, because gay people are not born. They are created by their environment. Thank you for letting me speak.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your call, George.
Well, thank you for your opinion. You know, to say that people are created for one purpose, and yet you never elaborated that, I assume you mean reproduction, but of course, not everybody, one, can reproduce, and two, not everyone chooses to do so. So reproduction is not really, even in most religious traditions, is not the goal of the human person. So it's curious you would say that. Now, in terms of the psychiatrist issue, the American Psychological Association, the American Psychiatric Association, and most of the major psychological bodies that govern the profession in the United States agree that for those who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender, it is a basic part of who they are. And that means it is not chosen. And that means that it is who they are going to be in the world, and it is who they should be affirmed as. So our society, at no cost to itself, can adapt to people as they are. And there's no loss to any heterosexual person to adapt to that. You lose nothing when I gain my rights. So I would say to any parent out there, the previous caller's examples were unfortunate. I hope you will love your gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender child, because that will help you sustain a lifetime relationship of truth with that child. And your child will be so grateful, and you all will grow into the most wonderful, open relationship if you can come together and have those conversations.
Okay. Let's go to Keith. Keith, you're live on Open Line. Thanks for calling us tonight.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I was wondering, Tissia, maybe in order to avoid all this, the situation, could they change the name of the gay marriage to maybe just a civil union and let them have the same benefits, you know, and just that way there won't be any squabble over, you know, the marriage part of it?
So if you give same-sex couples something that's different, even in name, the squabbling, I assure you, will not end. I see exactly what you're saying. There was a time in our history, you know, kind of in the mid-2000s, where civil unions were kind of a stopgap measure in many states before there was marriage equality, and there are probably people out there who wish we had stopped there. But the fact is, we believe a separate institution is not an equal institution. So for us, it's been important that it have the same name, the same benefits, the same responsibilities. I see exactly what you're saying, and there certainly was a time in our history where that was a big part of taking care of same-sex couples. Partner benefits was another solution that was very much used, but really, since we've had marriage in many states, all states now, in many countries around the world, we think that is the future of how we should look at the relationship.
Let's go to Mike. Mike, thank you for being patient. You're live on Open Line.
Yes. Am I on?
You're on. Go right ahead. You have a question or comment?
Okay.
Yes, I want to thank you again for bringing this very important topic up for Nashville to give some input on this. First of all, let me just say that in our Constitution, our founding fathers really did not anticipate this issue. I mean, it is an issue that has evolved because liberal judges have tried to create a new category of human relationships. And because of their liberal nature, what they're doing is they've rammed this thing down the throats of the majority of American people. Every time this has appeared on a ballot to be determined at the state level in the United States, it's been soundly defeated over and over. The gay community, through these liberal judges, have had to appeal to the courts to try to establish a right that the American people simply do not want. What is the motivation behind this? This will destroy the very fiber of American integrity, American families. It will destroy the very fiber of what is morally and legally right among men and women in this country. Thank you for giving me a chance to voice my opinion.
Yeah, thank you for calling, Mike.
Well, and Mike, thank you for just stating your opinion, getting through some really important points and doing it with a very civil tone, I have to say. You have stated that basically liberal judges have tried to create something. The fact is, society changes and the courts respond to that situation. They try to apply existing legal principles. And in the case of the Obergefell decision in 2015, what they applied was the 14th Amendment, the Equal Protection Clause. And, you know, if same-sex marriage were not a reality, LGBTQ people would not go away. We would still be here. There would still be needs for our community. There would still be a need for a public policy solution to address it. So this has not been created by some liberal conspiracy. LGBTQ people exist. We have existed since the beginning of the country. We're more out now. So we are not destroying the fiber of the country. We have helped build this country. We have made numerous contributions to the sciences, the arts, to government, to every aspect, every discipline, every field in this country. We are patriotic Americans who are helping build this land. We are not against you or taking away your rights.
All right, let's go to one more caller here. We've got Michael. Michael, you're live on Open Line. Thanks for calling us tonight.
Yeah, is it you talking to me?
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard all the Bible talk of people come in and talk about, you know, the Bible doesn't preach, and it doesn't. But at the same time, the Bible teaches other things too. It teaches to love. It teaches not to judge.
Right.
The only judge you have to face is God. He gives you the choice to do what you want to do in life. At the end of time, let's let God judge it. Let's love one another, irregardless of your race, who you love, who you don't love. Because I remember a vote a long time ago that said we should give African Americans the right to be human beings also. So let's don't vote just because of our belief, because the theologies in the Bible go many different ways. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different theologies of the Bible. Some people believe, some people don't read it the same way.
Right.
But let's love one another, give everybody the choice to choose whether they think it's right or wrong, and treat them as human beings and love them, period.
That's right.
I would love my son or my daughter, no matter what. If they went out tomorrow and murdered someone, I would still love my daughter and my son. Though I know it would be wrong, I would still love them. So let's love one another. Quit all the hate.
Thank you for calling, Michael.
And I think, you know, the point you made about there being so many different interpretations and then some people believe and some people don't is exactly why we can't base the public policy of our state, which belongs to all of us, on any one person's interpretation of their religious tradition. It's just too hard. It's impossible. I mean, if you're in a conversation with someone in a heated debate and then suddenly someone interjects that, well, God told me this. Well, you can't continue with the conversation at that point, because if God didn't tell the other person the exact same thing, what do you have to talk about at that point? So that's why we need to really come up with ways to reason together that don't have us fighting about religion.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back in just a moment with more with Chris Sanders from the Tennessee Equality Project. Stay with us.